All right, so the first thing that we need to do is we're going to set up the interface. So UIPickerController requires a navigation controller. So we're going to select it and then embed it in a navigation controller. Let's just shift it over to the left there. All right, so the next thing that we need to do is to add a bar button item up here. So let's search for bar button. There we go, found it. And we are going to change it to a camera style. So where's that camera? There we go. And finally, we're going to need an image view in order to display the selected image. So we're just going to put that in there. And I'm going to add constraints to all four corners. And I'm going to hit enter. There we go. And it's going to give me a warning. So I can get rid of that by just saying use safe area layout guides. And you can see now the warning's gone. Cool. So we've done our design. It's pretty minimal. But now we just need to link it up into the code. So first thing I'm going to create is an IB action for my camera, and I'm going to call it camera tapped. Now you can call it whatever you want as long as it makes sense to you. You can call it whatever. And the other thing I'm going to do is link up this UI image view. I'm just going to call it image view. There we go. All right, cool. So I'm all done with my design and my linking up with code. Next thing I need to do is to code up the actual image picker so that it brings up the camera and allows the user to take a photo. So the first thing that we need to do to allow our app to use the camera is, of course, giving a privacy description. So if we head into the info.plist, then we can add a new privacy camera usage description. And I'm just going to say something like, we need your camera. All right, so that's done. And now we're going to head into our view controller and code up our UIImagePickerController. First thing I'm going to do, I'm going to make this file a little bit clearer for you to see. And then I'm going to add our UIImagePickerController delegate, as well as the UI navigation controller delegate. All right. Then I'm going to create a new image picker, and it's going to be an object of type UIImagePickerController. All right. Then inside my view.load, I'm going to set the image picker's delegate to self. And then I'm going to implement the image picker delegate method, which is called did finish picking media with info. All right. So once we've finished picking media with info, then we want to pick out that image. So remember, we can tap into the image by using the info dictionary. So let user picked image equal info, and we're tapping into the key called UIImagePickerController original image. That's quite a mouthful. All right. And we're going to set our image view's image property to that user picked image. And we're going to cast it as a UI image. All right, so two more things. One is to set some properties on our image picker. So image pickers allows editing, we'll set it as false for now. And then the other thing that we want to set is the source type, which is going to be .camera. And we need to present our image picker onto the screen when the camera is tapped. So present view controller, animated view controller to present is called image picker. Animated true, completion nil. All right, done. And we need to remember that once the user's finished picking the image, we need to dismiss this image picker. So image picker dot dismiss. Animated true, completion nil. All right, and that's all we need in order to make our UI image picker work. So let's go ahead and give it a spin. All right, so here's our app, nice and clean interface, and we're going to tap the camera button to bring up the UI image picker controller. I'm going to take a photo, and then I'm going to click use photo. And as you can see, it's set as the background of my image view, and we've successfully implemented our UI image picker controller. All right, so I just want to show you one more thing. And that's if you do actually want the user to be able to crop the image that they've taken, then you can change this allows editing property to true. And also you'll need to change this image. Instead of being the UIImagePickerController original image, you want the UIImagePickerController edited image. So that way you can bring up the cropped image. So that's a user experience choice for you, whether if you want your app to allow cropping or not. But it's pretty simple to switch it around anyways. And I think in the case of flower recognition, because the model was trained on a lot of head-on shots of flowers, it might make sense to crop it into square. But again, it's a choice that you can make. So it works both ways, and just decide on what you want for your app. So I'll see you on the next lesson where we use our flower classifier to detect the image that's being picked in the UI image picker. So I'll see you there.